we talked about intellectual property a lot today. And now we are going to talk about how you protect your intellectual property. So basically, copyright, the definition of copyright, the exclusive legal right given to an originator of an assignee to print, publish, perform, film, or record literary, artistic, and musical material, or to authorize others to do the same. The exclusive right. That means you the only one that can do it. Exclusive. It's only you. You the only one that has the right to given to an originator. That means the creator, the original person, not a copy, not somebody that they told it to or whatever. The exclusive right for the original person or assignee. Now, assignee means if you give your copyright, if you sign over the rights of some of your property to somebody else. Like, say, for example, you give me, you create a song, and I'll be like, Davion, I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars, and you sign over some of your copyrights to me, and then I give you X amount of dollars. That's an assignee. But to publish, perform, and that means do anything with it. Now, why is it important to copyright? Basically, anytime that copyright exists automatically. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm yelling, but copyright exists automatically when an original work of authorship, once it is fixed in a tangible medium. That means that as soon as you create that song idea and you write it down in your notebook, it's copywritten. Soon as you take those words that you wrote down in your notebook and record them record them in a studio or whatever, it's copywritten. That means as soon as you create it and put it in a form that you can hand to people, like here's the lyrics, boom, I'm just passing out my song lyrics, it's copywritten. But your copyright protects, boom. The copyright protects your intellectual property as an artist and creator from being copied, reproduced, sold, and or performed without your consent. That means that if you create a song, no one can make copies of it, aka bootleg. We all see the little CD man. He's performed. Davion, you done been approached. CDs. I got CDs. I got the movies. You done seen that dude around Chicago? He committing copyright infringement. He does not legally have the right. I mean, obviously, I done bought some of the movies. You know what I'm saying? They written on with some of them got some good movies though, but he's committing copyright infringement because he doesn't have the legal right or authorization from the original author to copy, reproduce, sell, or perform it without their consent. I'm pretty sure that he didn't pay the money to make that happen. Now, in general, as we said before, for works created, basically the term of the copyright is the life of the author plus 70 years after the author, 70 years after the author is dead. So basically, everything that I've copywritten, it is good until I die, plus 70 years. Okay? That's at least till my kids that I don't have yet get old too. But if you have kids, then, it'll be passed down type of thing. One thing I want to go over is copyright infringement, like we talked about. So copyright infringement, have you heard of Robin Thicke before? You heard of Robin Thicke? So do you remember the song? You remember the song Blurred Lines? Do you remember the big situation when he was sued? Was you paying attention, or was you up on when they was like going through the thing with Marvin Gaye's family or whatever? Okay, so the song Blurred Lines, they were taken to court for copyright infringement. So Marvin Gaye recorded Got to Give It Up in December of 1976 and released it as a single in May of 1977. Blurred Lines, it was written by Robin Thicke, T.I., and yeah, Robin Thicke, T.I., and Pharrell. So they wrote the song. When they wrote the song, though, they split the ownership and the royalties of the song as 65 for Pharrell, because typically the producer get 50%, and then we'll get into all that, but typically a producer gets 50%, right? Because when you create a song and you copyright a song, when you create a song, the lyrics are 50%, the beat is 50%. You put them together, they make 100%, what gives you a whole song, right? So it's half and half. The producer is 50, whoever made the music, whoever made the lyrics, that's 50%. I'm assuming in this case, because Pharrell got 65%, that he created 15% of the he created 15% of the lyrics. It's some part in it because he do actually speak. So 22% Robin Thicke, 13% Tip Harris. They didn't give Marvin Gaye nothing, right? And so 1976, fast forward to 2013, and they copying the song. October 2014, Williams and Thicke motion to declare no infringement was denied by the U.S. District Court. But, okay, so motion to declare no infringement was denied by the court. That means that they told the court, after Marvin Gaye said, y'all stole my song, after Marvin Gaye kids said, y'all stole my song, then they said, actually, no, we didn't. We want to file paper with the court to say we didn't steal your song, but allow the trial to be considered. So they went to trial anyway. It took them until 2018 to come to a settlement. So the case was finally closed after more than 5 years, deliberated from the judge, and total damages $4.98 million to be paid to Gaye's estate, along with interest on the owed money and half of the future royalties from Blurred Lines. Now the thing is, and I bring this case up because one, it shows the importance of one, copyrighting your work. I know they say as soon as it's created, it's copywritten, but before an infringement suit can be filed in court, registration or refusal is necessary for U.S. works. That means that if you create a song, right? You create a song and you put it out there, you give it to, you create a song, you don't copyright it. And then I'm gonna use Beyonce again. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce hear it, and she like, oh my God, I love your song. Or maybe you had a video of a song that you thought was dope, and your video got 1 million views, and like you went viral. And then somebody else came along and was like, hey, that's dope. Let me make my own version. They steal your song, and then they put it out on the radio, and then they make $1 million. You cannot do anything. You cannot sue them. You can't do anything except go on social media and say, hey, they stole my stuff, if you have not registered your works with the Copyright Office. So basically, you cannot sue if you're not registered. Now, it's ways to prove it. I know we spoke about like the poor man's way, where you mail it to yourself, and a lot of the stuff these days with computers, you have metadata, which means like it's files inside your computer that show like the original date of creation. And you know, if you have a right click on something and see properties or whatever, you can see like the, you know, some of the editing, like when it was last adjusted or whatever the case may be. But yeah, if you have a case, it don't matter. It does not matter. It does not matter if you can prove that this person stole your song. It don't matter if you got them on a recording saying that they stole your song. You cannot file any paperwork. You cannot sue them for the money for that song if you have not registered your work with the Copyright Office. All right. So we did that. Robin Thicke, benefits. Okay, boom. When registration is made prior to infringement or within 3 months after publication of a work, a copyright owner is eligible for statutory damages, attorney fees, and costs. That means that as long as your work is copywritten, if somebody steals it, then you can get back everything that it costs you to sue them. Your attorney fees, you can get back the travel, you have to the cost that what it costs to travel to the courthouse to file the papers. You can sue them for the paper that you had to print at the courthouse because they're gonna charge you $4 a page. You know what I'm saying? You can sue them for everything that was involved with you having to take them to court to try to get your money back. So now the types of copyrights. So basically, when you create a song, it exists in two parts, right? It exists in two parts. It exists in a song sound recording, which is a song, album, EP, mixtape. Basically, the sound recording is exactly what it sounds like. It is what you listen to on your cell phone. That is what you hear on the radio, what you hear on YouTube. Anything that you listen to, that is the sound recording. All right. Performing arts. That means people have the right to perform your song. You know, so you have the right to record your song. When you create it, you have the right to record it, put out that recording, the sound recording. But you also have a right to perform it, aka do live shows, things like that, performing at a nightclub. A lot of times, clubs, they supposed to have a list of artists that perform in their venue. If I went to Reggie's, or if I went to Sub T, or if I went to whatever club, what's the one in Hyde Park? I can't remember the name right now. But if I went to any of them clubs and perform, then they supposed to submit that I was there, I performed these songs, and then long as I perform these songs, and then I get paid for that. So you get paid for the performance, and that means just you have the right to say, okay, you know, Megan Thee Stallion can record a version of my song and she can perform it. That means that Beyonce can record a version of my song and she can perform it. That means that Jay-Z can do a version of my song and he can perform it. You know, so boom, boom, boom. If you make a beat, so music, production, and compositions. Now the thing is, a lot of rappers and artists in general, they, like, I used to be the same way. I used to be like, man, I paid this money for this beat. This is all I should owe you. You know what I'm saying? This is all I should owe you. But both parties own, the composer owns 50%. He owns that performance rights. That means that if you have a song and you buy a beat from somebody online or whatever, you have that song, you copyright that song and you write your lyrics to it, but the producer still own the music. Like, he still own the copyrights for the music. That means that that producer can still give somebody else the rights to the music for your song. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can hear another version of your song out because they own that portion. I'm not saying that would happen, but they have that right to do that. Are you with me? We understand. Are you with me? Okay, so now the thing about copyrights is it costs. Everything costs. The government, bottom line, they want their money. So it is a one-time fee. When you copyright stuff, you can copyright, as it says, a song, an album, EP, or a mixtape. Now, they don't all have to be under the same thing. But you can copyright more than one song at a time. So you don't have to pay $55 per song. You can do up to 10 songs. You can copyright up to 10 songs at a time for $55. But each time you want to make sure that you actually, and it's a process. You want to make sure you actually copyright them. Let me see. I know I got this password somewhere because I want you to see. I wish I had thought of this. I want you to see like the actual site because it's not the most user-friendly situation. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Okay, so when you log in, you're gonna once you like fill out your registration and all that, it's gonna take you to this. Oh, now am I lying, Davion? This page does not look like these websites look super old. Don't let that discourage you because I ain't gonna lie, it discouraged me because one, I'm like these little bitty old fonts. I can't read this. What does all this mean? Open cases. No, I ain't trying to go to court. Working cases. No, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? But that just means a case means that something that you have that you are it's basically your works. Working cases, all cases. These are songs. These are things that I have already copywritten. So going back to 2017, 7/27, 11/25, 2020, I've copywritten a lot of stuff in 2020. But this is how you copyright. So it's going to be standard application. And I know it's going to be a lot of words. And I'm going through this honestly just because when I was told about this, man, it was like I was told about it and then I was just told about it and then it was like, go there and do it and figure it out. And it's like when I got here, I was like, hold up, what? It's a lot of things where you're gonna be like, so should I do this or not, or like what is the exact, what does my work follow? What should I do? But start registration, and I'm just gonna go through. So now you see it's gonna take you to this page, and you can always, it's gonna have a place where you will be able to save it. But you're gonna tell what type of work it is. The options: literary work. That means you create the book. Works of the visual arts. That means it is a movie or something like that. Sound recording, performance arts, actually motion pictures as movies. Single series issue. That means it's a series like a magazine or something like that. Typically, when you come on here, you are going to select sound recording. Select sound recording if you are registering an audio recording. You may also select this option if you are registering both the recording and the song, instrumental, composition, literary work, drama works, blah, 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 sound recording. All right. Then you click this, boom, boom, boom. Continue. Old site. Now this is page right here, and I know, so this page right here, you're going to create a new work. What is the type of work? Title of work being registered. Previous or alternative title. Title of larger work. Series title. Contents title. Title of work being registered. Test work. I'm just going to put test just because we ain't really creating nothing. All right, test work. Then you title it. It's going to take you back to this page. Continue. Has this work been published? Now the thing is, you can copyright stuff before it goes out. You can copyright stuff after it goes out. So say you put a song out and you like, man, I feel like it's about to blow up, and you start doing numbers. You can copyright it afterwards. The thing is, that leaves you in the place where if it blows up or if somebody steals it, if somebody steals it, you cannot sue them. That's the only thing. So has this work been published? No. Has this work been published? Year of completion. It's going to ask you when you finished it. We're gonna say 2020 pre-registration. Don't worry about that. I'm really doing this to show you it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. It is not hard. So this is where they want to know, name the authors. I'm gonna put add me because I already have my information in here, but you can also just add a new author. This is where it's gonna say your name. Now the thing is, if you have your company, but right now we just gonna keep it simple. The simple version is this gonna say your name. Davion Williams, citizen of the United States, Illinois, year of birth. Do you go by a pseudonym or are you anonymous? Do you know what a pseudonym is, Davion? A pseudonym is an alternate name. So like sometimes pseudonym is your rap name. So Dan DuPaul, that's your pseudonym. Okay. So Dan DuPaul is your pseudonym. So you would put boom, 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 pseudonym, Dan DuPaul, however you spell it. You know, I didn't put the dots or nothing like that, but boom, because that's the artist. You want to make sure that you let them know that my real name too, but associate both your names with it. Boom, save. Oh, Lord have mercy. They're gonna make me really fill it out, Lord. Okay, save. So then, author created. What did you create? Sound recording. And I know they make you do continue. Please identify copyright claimants. Now this confused me at first, but identify copyright claimants, that means that you are going to put your real information. This is not the same as the other one. The other one was to let them know who is performing and all that kind of stuff. This is let them know who owns the copyrights. So if right now it would be Davion Williams. You're gonna put your real address, you're gonna put your real city, all that kind of stuff. And the reason that they need that is because bottom line, it's business. Like it's real business. Anytime you deal with, like once you get deeper into this music business, then you're gonna see that people are gonna ask for your official information because they gotta let the IRS know what their business is doing, or else they're gonna end up in, you know what I'm saying, trouble, whatever type of deal. So, but long as you have all your proper information, you won't have to be worried. So boom, you fill out that name. And I know you might, I'm gonna figure out a way so that way you can have this step by step. So boom, continue. Now the thing is, it's tedious. Sound recording, material excluded. Complete this screen to limit your claim if works contained or is based on previously registered work. I mean, if you're doing a cover of your old song, or like you put out an older version and then like a newer version, we ain't doing that. And then contact information. Basically, they want to know how to contact you, where to send, because when you do, once you register your work with the Copyright Office and all that, and I mean, I'm not gonna, because we only got 12 more minutes left of class, but once you register your work with the Copyright Office, they'll send you an email. You don't have to reply to it. They'll just let you know that your work is registered. We got the information. We about to start processing it and all that kind of stuff. Then after that, it takes months. It takes probably 3 months or so before they actually send you a piece of paper in the mail that has your name, your the title of the song that you registered, and what year it's registered, all that kind of stuff. You put that into whatever folder or some special place under your mattress, wherever you hold all your information. So you want to make sure that you you just got your copy of your registration. So yeah, they ask for the correspondence, which is where it's gonna go to and all that. And after that, you do like the titles of your songs and all that kind of stuff. You feeling like the song titles and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's not super hard. If you can fill out a college application, which I honestly, I did. I did actually. I was about to say I've never done. I actually did go to school. I went to college. I forgot. Hot day. I'm getting too. But I went to community college. But still, you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, that is the process. I wanted to show it to you, one, just so you can see that it's not the most complicated process. It's tedious. And as I told you last week, you can do this part, like copyright your own stuff, pay the fee, or it is a possibility of a publishing administrator, which they would do every step for you, but they're going to take some of your money. This way you get all your money, every penny that this thing make. And really, okay, so just to clarify, copyrighting your work only is there to protect your intellectual property from being copied, reproduced, sold without your permission or consent. That is what it is there for you. It is not there to get you paid. Copyrights get you paid, but you will never receive a check and say, this is for your copyright type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get royalties for copyrights. You get royalties for publishing. And we're gonna go with publishing on Thursday, which is because that's a whole different beast. But this is the base layer. Do you have any questions? Any concerns? Do you have any questions, or is it clear? Do you got, a good understanding of the copyright process?
Yeah, I got a good understanding of it.
Okay. Are you going to be afraid to try to navigate through this old looking website?
No.
Okay,
It don't
good.
look that hard.
Okay, good. And that's the thing, because as artists, we hear, like, honestly, I stayed away from the business end of things, doing a lot, just because honestly I was afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? I was too scared to figure it out, because this seems too difficult in my mind. I was constantly telling myself that. Once I looked at it, it's like, it's really super simple. If you could fill out a job application or college application or a survey on Facebook, then you can fill this out. You know what I'm saying?